Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a twin flame reading, both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'm doing this today as a shout out for Tiki who requested this. I am going to try something new though. I hope you guys are okay with that. We're going to assign one deck to the divine masculine and one to the divine feminine. But I'm going to read them in a different way. So I'm going to read them coming across with one here and one right below it, just to see their energies that close together. Okay, so I think you'll like it. I hope so. I haven't done it this way yet, but I think it's good to change it up. So, twin flames. I just did a twin flame reading where I asked direct questions to my spirit guides about twin flames, like what's truth and what's not truth, and a few questions. So, definitely check that out. It's not that long, I don't think. But I think it'll give you even more understanding of this journey, because I came out and asked questions that you asked me. So I brought them right to, right to Spirit's door. All right. So we are going to assign the Tarot of Dreams to the Divine Masculine and the Light Seers to the Divine Feminine. I want to remind you that you can be in either one of these energies. We carry both. And, truly what it's about is finding the balance, right? The balance between the both. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. So, we're going to start with the Divine Masculine. We have the Nine of Wands. Feels like he is, I'm just going to say he. It can certainly be a she. But I'm just going to say what I see in the card, okay? Anyways, I feel like we find him in a time when there's a lot on his shoulders. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like first of all, we have him, opening this reading up, reflecting upon all that's on his shoulders. And I think I mean that in a way, reflecting upon, almost like I can't keep going this way, right? I can't keep going this way. I can't, I can't carry it all. So he is in reflection, but at the same time, in that energy. So in the Four of Cups, I feel like, again, it's the energy of reflection. He's looking here, looking up at this cup. And, of course it's you. I mean, it's a twin flame reading. Of course it's you. Whether they know it or not. Whether you know it or not. Whether you've met or not. We have different twins in different situations and different timelines. But ultimately, what's meant to happen will happen. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Page of Wands. If I was in his head, I'm thinking, boy, I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back and maybe make a different decision. I feel like he was probably a little cocky when he was young. It doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. I'm saying cocky. Maybe that's not the word. It's interesting because I feel like there's a lot of fire in him. But in the same breath, I do feel like there's not much activity around it. Like normally, who I used to be in the page, I was adventurous. You couldn't hold me back, type of thing. And maybe, listen, in this type of energy, I certainly could have been pulled into something that, at the time seemed fine, seemed fun, right? Seemed all that. But I feel like now, as I come to the end of that, um, it's not quite what I thought. And listen, I feel like this is talking about probably a relationship that they could have accidentally like found themselves in. We all know what that means, right? When you're like, you meet someone and something about them pulls you in, but then again, I feel like no regret, because it's that almost like this page needs a little earth, or needed a little earth, and who knows what's coming out. Needed a little earth to ground him, but I don't think had that. Look at this. We have the Lovers. Why not, right? Why not? We're in a twin flame relationship. I mean, a twin flame reading. Let me bring this down a little bit. The Lovers can be a card of Gemini, of course. Can be a head over heart decision. Certainly, I feel like it speaks of the year 6. This is universal year 6. This is the year of the Lovers. And here it is represented. Okay. Let's, should I keep going? I know who this cup is. The cup is who's ever in this Lover's energy. Let's bring the Divine Feminine in, and then we'll build upon that. Remember, we're just letting it flow. All right, we have the Three of Wands. Wow, that's the energy of just letting it flow. That's someone who has come to, listen, we all have these ups and downs, right? We all have these hills and valleys. All of us. Well, maybe not everyone. Maybe some come down here and listen, maybe they have nothing left to learn. Maybe they're refusing to learn. But anyway, this is someone who's looking at their life at all that can be, right? All that can be. Fire. We have the Two of Cups. How interesting. We have the Two of Cups right under this Four of Cups, where I feel like the Divine Masculine is thinking, fantasizing, romanticizing, dreaming, imagining, you. And how interesting, and it's funny because, maybe he, or maybe you, it's like, I don't know it as a twin flame, but what I do know is you feel like you're part of my soul. Interesting. And listen, the Divine Feminine is like, I feel like she is ready. And it may be because her own intention has changed. I don't think the Three of Wands, I'm necessarily focused on finding love. But here is the Two of Cups nonetheless. All right. Wow, come on. We have the Ten of Cups. From the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups. maybe that's just how fast this love, if it comes together, um, at this point, let's just say, because you have free will. They have free will. This person may decide, you know what, I'm gonna stick within this responsibility even longer. I feel like the divine feminine is like, do what you need to do. I'm just gonna go live. And the divine feminine herself may have found that she, other than this person, she did have love in her life. They don't all have to be, soulmate love is beautiful. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands coming under the lovers. Can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's interesting because it does look like she's kind of like meditating. She's got this big smile on her face, though. The Queen, she's pointing right back to this Ten of Cups. This is what I feel about the divine feminine. I feel like I know that if this love is meant to be in this lifetime, it will find me. I know that now. And because I just know that, I'm living my life, right? I'm living my life. Now, you can be meditating. It's almost like, do I meditate on this, at the same time? So can I be, I feel like it's being open to it, but not fixated on it. I feel like sometimes you just got to trust the process. So, I feel like we have quite a bit of difference in energies here. The one thing I do feel like, though, is both of you must be feeling this energy. All right, let's go back to the divine masculine. And I want to go up above that 9. We have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Ace of Cups. Unconditional love. It doesn't go anywhere. There's always me, there's always you. I feel like this person, or let's just say the divine masculine, I don't feel there's happiness in his life right now. I don't. And he may be thinking back to a period in his life where there was happiness, and it may include you. And I'm saying that because I feel like for some reason, like you're more carefree type energy. Even if there's probably times in your life that you've been boggled down. That's what I feel. I feel he's kind of boggled down. But I feel like the divine feminine, on the other hand, is like coming out of all that. So anyways, I feel like, boy, do I feel like there's a love here, right? But we already know there's a love. We already know that. And the Ace of Cups is unconditional. Unconditional. That's hard, right? It's hard. Look at this. 2 aces in a row. Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Wow, the Ace of Wands coming above that 4 of Cups is perfect. Because where there was inactivity towards what I truly dream about, now there's movement. The Ace of Wands is action. Let's go, right? I do feel that he has to reach out for this, but boy, do I feel like this. I feel like he's been in this reflection for a while. We have the three swords. Did you break his heart? Did you marry someone else and it broke his heart? Almost like he feels, in a way, like I let you go, but I don't know if that means I let you go. You know what I mean? And then I feel like you found love. You found love. You know, it's very natural, but I feel like it's a little shocking to him. What the hell? He may have done something kind of stupid after that. Um, but again, it was coming from, more immature type energy. More like I didn't know better. Like maybe I knew better. I don't know. Look at this. We have the Seven of Swords. I feel like you broke his heart. I feel like you were hard to get over. This could certainly be the other way around. I feel like someone's asking that. Listen, the Divine Masculine could have done something quickly without thinking too much about it. Right? It's almost like a cause and reaction type reaction energy here. It's like almost like this, like he does something that he later regrets because the consequences of it were more than um, what he ever thought. Maybe he ended up getting someone pregnant. Oh. And I feel like you also suffered that Three of Swords. Um, but I feel like what you may have done then is left. So it's interesting because here's the Seven of Swords over the Lovers with the Three of Swords attached to it. So someone is feeling that this lover is, could they just break my heart again? It's interesting how over here we have these aces, right? These beautiful aces. And then over here we have these hard swords. We'll come back and clarify that, but I do think we should take one more. Oh, wrong deck. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. You know, I mean, this could be a lesson. And that lesson would be how to have more compassion and empathy in my heart. It's a six. I feel like this is a year. I feel like this person may have thought about themselves first, but that may have changed now. It may have changed. I feel like this person, it's almost like this is the dark night of the soul. So there's these realizations happening that I don't feel are easy, but I feel like it's part of their process, like what they have to go through. I feel like you probably went through the same thing, but I feel like you've already been through it. So, first of all, the Six Pentacles means you're in the energy of soulmates. Well, we know that. We have a soulmate card right here. It's very compassionate and loving and nurturing and giving type energy. Well, there's no sense of giving the reverse because it's not in reverse. All right, let's go below with the Divine Feminine. We have the Ace of Swords. How interesting. It's like their ace is met with your ace. Ace of Swords. My dear, you may hear of communication coming in. You may. It's almost like, listen, I guess you're connected no matter what, right? But I feel like there's someone at my door. It's weird. There's not, but it feels like it. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I definitely feel like with this Ace of Swords, like these two aces up here, you must be absorbing some of that energy. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles says, whatever you're willing to put your focus upon, that's what's going to grow. Right? If you water your garden, it will grow. If you don't, it won't. Interesting, because I feel like, could this Divine Feminine be like doing some type of business where I feel like, and it could be communication, and listen, maybe talking about this very thing. Because the one thing I felt with this Queen is this Eight of Pentacles feels right. Like, like being led on this path, of your creativity. This is when you're learning, right? You're learning, but you're doing it with purpose. And it's how do I say this? I feel just inspired, to be honest. We have Judgment. So to me, Judgment is your spiritual team. It's a call to attention. It's a call to the present moment. Look how her soul just is able to leave the human body. They call that silver string. Maybe, when I sleep, really what I'm doing is, it's almost like having counsel. I feel like, there's a Divine Feminine who just ended up on a path. It may just have been unexpected, but then again, maybe not. I feel like it's a path that I definitely feel like feels right. Feels right to you. Feels right to your guides. I feel like your guides are definitely helping to guide you. I was gonna say helping you in your World of Pentacles, but boy, do I kind of feel like it's more than that. We have the Devil. I don't know why I said it like that. Card of Capricorn. It's kind of funny because I feel like if this is a relationship that happened, let's say a long time ago, I do feel like there's pain associated with it. Like, this isn't about thinking back and like the happy. There's definitely some pain. And I almost felt like, God, I was stupid. I was young, right? And, like today I wouldn't make the same decisions that I made back then. Today I wouldn't do the same things that I would do back then. Um, and it's interesting because I feel like the divine masculine almost, let's just say he got someone pregnant, right? Along with that comes a lot of responsibility. Along with that comes, hopefully, um, someone who's going to be there for the child. I'm thinking maybe this child's 9 years old now. I don't know. So I have love for the child, but not so much. I don't want to say I don't have love for the person that I made the child with. Um, I'm not in love. There's a difference. He's got to pay his dues. But I feel like there comes a point where, like, I got to pay my dues, and when have I paid enough of my dues? You know what I mean? Like, haven't I paid enough? So I feel like just allow him to go through this reflection, because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. And I feel like, especially those who are like, I'm just going about living my life, um, you may have, like, I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like he's traveling to, like, the Six of Pentacles, and I feel that often as, like, a lot of soulmate energy around, and soulmates help each other. And in the divine feminine, I feel like she's already reached that stage. Like it's like she's kind of like finding or found her soul's tribe. I feel like he's part of it, of course, right? But he's got to come to that. I certainly don't feel like it hurts to pray for them, send them positive light. You don't have to. You can do nothing. Um, Judgment is about the present moment, and it's about allowing yourself to have a rebirth. Now, I feel like, because I don't feel like the divine feminine really needs a rebirth other than one thing. I feel like there is, and listen, I hope the right people understand this. There is this undenying pull towards what I may still look at as the Three of Swords and Seven of Swords. Right? Like, I don't think about it. I'm just doing my life. I found something creative that's like, that I'm really loving. I'm finding my people. And now, here you are. Here you are. So, that's kind of how I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like, if I'm not going to say, well, why can't I say happy? If nothing else, optimistic. A lot of optimistic, kind of flowing type energy with the divine feminine. But I feel like there's one thing that just has never left. And that is this. You know, the Lovers is here. So I know both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine feel that energy for the other, right? I feel like life got in between. And that's called free will. And so be it, right? So be it. That doesn't mean it can never be. It just means it's going to be a different way. You know, we got to be open to the flow, right? Because it's like the universe has to deal with our free will. Here we are giving you the signs, and, you know, maybe I drank a little too much. I don't know. Made some stupid decisions. Maybe I broke the heart of the Divine Feminine. But in the same time, by losing the Divine Feminine, it broke my heart. I feel like where I was and where I am, or at least going to be, you know, I'm noticing the sixes. So I feel like that must mean this year. It is the year of the Lovers. You talk about more love, more relation, like what's relationships getting so much better this year. I feel like it just started at the Leo full moon. You know, just getting better, but in the same breath, you know, a relationship that just is not working, I feel like it's ending, right? Because I feel like this is it. We're not in 2005. 2005. Wow. 2005. I'm trying to think, where was I? I moved, well, it was 5 years I lived in Rhode Island. Anyway, I don't know why I brought up that year. What was I talking about? I don't know. We'll stop talking. So, anyway. Let's look at the bottom of the decks. Wow. Hello, Fool. It makes perfect sense. The Fool. Free myself. Maybe someone stuck around, and I'm not, you know, I don't feel like it's just someone who got someone pregnant. I don't feel like that's just the situation, but I feel like maybe I stuck around because I felt like I had to. I felt a sense of responsibility to it. But truth be told, I feel like, you know, here I am living my life, doing my thing, carrying my responsibilities, but maybe when I lay my head on the pillow, where does my heart go? Where does my mind go? It goes to you. It goes to this. So the Fool. The Fool's going to take a chance. He's going to take a leap. You know, I don't know. Again, I don't know if he knows the term twin flame, but I feel like he's going to take a chance. He's going to take a leap. See, he was on the bottom of the Divine Feminine. Seven of Swords. Tough. That's tough energy. You know, maybe you have given that up. Right? Maybe that pain, it's like, you don't understand. I carried that pain for so long, and now that pain is gone. You know, so to speak, it's gone. But nonetheless. And I feel like, you know, I do feel like this is you asking, what do I do? We have the Death card underneath the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. So, you know, Death card is the end, a door closing. So there can be a rebirth. Well, here's Judgment saying there's going to be a rebirth. There's going to be a rebirth. And, you know, truth be told, let's tell it the way it is. I feel like maybe you hear communication and I feel like it shakes you. It shakes you for a minute. And almost like, you know, I need to pray about this. I need to think about this. There's not a whole lot of earth. It's funny how I felt like this person needed earth. And it ends up with the Six of Pentacles. All right. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. It's already pre-shuffled, by the way. So we get a lot of cards on the table. We have the Hierophant. I feel like the Hierophant just wanted to come out. Card of Taurus, first of all. But this is higher believing. You know, this is my faith. I feel like 2021, that's where it found us. Like, you know, whose energy am I carrying around? Is it my own? Whose fake system? You know, have I stopped believing in love, in adventure? So, I don't know where it wants to go, but I'm going to leave it there. All right, what do I want to look at? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Came in reverse. I'm looking at Divine Masculine, and I'm just going to take him on the block. And I have to tell you, I feel like Seven of Pentacles is just saying, like, you know, I accidentally ended up with someone that, and I'm not saying, you know, well, let's not even talk about it, but, you know, that it's just not on my tree of life, right? Like, I know, if I'm the Divine Feminine, like I have this, or the Divine Masculine, I have this knowing, that maybe where I'm at, and who I'm with, and that type of thing, is not truly was meant to be. You know, Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. It teaches us patience, but it's in reverse. So again, this could be like, you know, someone who made quick actions. And some of those actions, you know, there was a price to pay. But nonetheless, I feel, long story short, I realize it's almost like these are not my beautiful people. This is not my beautiful wife. Who's that? David Bowie. So let's just say, let's put him in a state of realization. Okay, we're not going to take all of them. Way too many. We have the Eight of Pentacles. How interesting, everything's coming in reverse. The Seven and then the Eight. Huh. You know, I just feel like this person never got the opportunity. Or I shouldn't say never, but in a way, almost like, you know, I've always dreamt of writing a book. But because of the energy I was in, I've never had that opportunity. So not only do I feel like, maybe the people, and when I say toxic, I don't want to call the divine, if this man's married, I don't want to call his family toxic because just because he's having, you know what I mean? Like he's having the realization that, I did something too quickly. Um, right? It's not their fault. Um, and he knows that. But nonetheless, um, and then I feel like even the energy. So I don't. Maybe it's not toxic is the word I'm using. The energy that I'm with, that I'm, and you guys, this, like, with different people you've been with, like some people really motivate you to make something of yourself, while others can, like, you know, step on you. So, and even that, let's let all that go. I simply feel that this person, they never had an opportunity to do something that they wanted to do. So, so I feel like almost like I'm in the wrong atmosphere. Maybe I'm in the wrong town. Maybe he wants to go back. It's funny. It's reminding me of another reading I just did. I think it was for all signs, messages from spirit guides, and it's funny. I said, "It's too late. She's already gone. She took that leap." Almost like that's funny because now, like, I feel like that's what the divine masculine felt back then. Like, it's too late. She's already gone. She took that leap. Maybe you, again, ended up marrying someone else. I don't, like, I can know what's going on, especially with social media, with someone's life, even though they don't know I know, right? Because if I'm someone like I post pictures of my family and family trips and this and that, unless I keep them private, right? Or just friends. But even friends is like, I don't know, it's almost like seeing or just knowing. Let's just put it that way. I like a knowing. So, anyway. It's interesting. I feel like, way back when he put the blame on you, that he was in the situation he was in. But it's not you. It wasn't you, so to speak. Like he could have created the type of life that his soul desired, but he really wanted to go after those human experiences. We have the Two of Pentacles going over the Lovers. And then look at this, the Page of Swords. Do I reach out? Do I reach out? Do I make that call? Do I get my shit together first and then make that call? Like, I feel like if I'm in his head, I'm asking myself a bunch of questions. Ultimately, I know who the Ace of Cups belongs to. I know who has my heart. Even if they broke my heart. Even if I broke their heart, it doesn't matter. They still have my heart. So should I? Or should I put, I feel like, or should I put effort in towards what it is I've always wanted to do? It's funny, like, here's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Maybe you both. Maybe you do something, and maybe it's something that he's thinking about. So I feel like, do I go for like my finances or whatever this is, my earthly foundation first before the communication, or do I go for the communication then? And I feel like that will be a personal choice. But I do feel like, listen, I feel like do whatever you want. you know, but you're here. You're here for a reason. Not everyone, you know, will get a call. Will have a divine masculine reach out. So if you are, um, you know, and I feel like it's interesting because I feel like we all have, like we all arrive to the same place, just in different ways. So, anyways, I feel like ring, ring, bling, bling, bling. Does she answer the phone? I mean, she's got her surfboard. She's heading to the beach. Interesting. I feel like she has a very different lifestyle. Very different lifestyle. Holy crap. Oh, so many cards. But I'm going to take them. We have the Nine of Swords. We have Temperance. Divine Timing. Card of Sagittarius, by the way. You know, and it's funny because, boy, do these lives, like, they feel so different, but both could change in a heartbeat, right? Because if they come together, both lives change in a heartbeat. And Temperance teaches us that, you know, have patience, allow things, allow, like, this person the time for reflection. It doesn't mean that you stop and you wait. Not in any way. It means that you go out and you live. You know, this is about letting go of control. Should I remarry? Should I marry someone? Well, if you fall in love with them, you know, does everything have to last forever? No. Anyway, Temperance is like, just let go of control of that. Nine of Swords is right before it. And that really is worry. We have the Strength card. Card Leo. We have the King of Swords. Can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're getting way too many cards now. We have the Eight of Swords. I almost feel like there's too many cards. And therefore, it's not giving us a true reading. We had the Chariot in reverse. We had the Knight of Pentacles. And we had the Lovers. Okay, well, maybe I was meant to keep them out. I feel like no matter what, the Knight of Pentacles showing up, whether I see it or not, right? Whether it's face down and I never even saw it. It talks about guardian angel energy. So does Judgment, so to speak. It talks about a rebirth in your life, asking you to allow it. You know, asking you to allow it. It's, you know, being carried like on the arms of your guardian angel. It's energy you can trust. The Chariot to me is all about divine masculine and divine feminine coming to balance, right? They are in balance. And when they are in balance, watch out. Watch out. Well, what's between them? The Lovers. So I feel like what this reading did, and I feel like I'm going to leave it there because I feel like what this reading did is just gave us two different viewpoints of where one side's at and the other side's at. But I do feel like within this year, I'm going to say, this is about contact in some way happening. You know, do you bring up the Seven of Swords? Well, think you do. Not that I'm telling you to. Look at that, the Five of Pentacles. So I think you do. I do feel like you may have a conversation. And, you know, clearly this is for twin flames who are in separation. You know, twin flames who are not in union. Because the Five of Pentacles, you know, whatever happened within the 3 and the 7, it felt like a tower. It, you know, like it affected my life that much. And how interesting, in the same breath, I feel like it affected his. With an energy of regret. But not you. You know, I do feel like, you know, you also have spent your time in that dark energy, but I feel like you have found your way out. If you're divine feminine, you have found your way out. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like this is life, right? Like, so here comes some type of communication. What do I do? What do I do? Do I want to change my life? I would say take it slow. Right? Take it slow. You know, I do feel like, you know, if this is talking about a twin flame, I feel like they have changed. They have, like, done a 180. I feel like, and because of their life, and I do not feel like it was easy, even if maybe, you know, it may be someone who showed the world, oh, it's easy, it's piece of cake, you know, I feel like it wasn't. But ultimately, I feel like it's what is it teaching the divine masculine? It's teaching the divine masculine more of the divine feminine energy, right? To be loving and nurturing and to give, you know, and not be the one that always expects to receive. Quite the opposite. I feel like he would give and give and give and give to you, because I feel like now he knows. Now he knows. I don't feel like he will lose you twice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, and I don't mean that in a scary way. I just feel like, almost like, there's no way I can lose you again. You know, let's just look at the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. Here it is. Judgment, right? Your ancestor, your spiritual team. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I feel like there's a lot of confirmation. I feel like this is pretty dang clear. I feel like what you do is what you do, right? That is free will, and the universe knows that. Divine knows that. You know, I feel like expect that, you know, what you feel is cleared may pop up its ugly head for a moment, but if you see it, you can recognize it and you can deal with it right then and there. Why am I feeling that? Like I'm basing that on old energy. See, give the person time to see if who they are is who they say they are. People will always show you who they are, but I do feel, as the Fool, I don't feel like this divine masculine is carrying baggage, any baggage. I just don't. And let's face it, ultimately, here is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, your guardian angel carrying something into your physical world. Well, it's the Lovers. Why? Because maybe it's time. Maybe that's why. Maybe just because it's time. So, I'm going to leave it there. I rather enjoyed this type of reading, and let me know what you think, please, with your comments. You know, I usually know by how many views, but it's interesting because something can get like little views, but the comments are so like, you don't understand, Sandy. This is like my story, and I'm okay with that. I feel like, you know, as long as it's reaching who is meant to reach. But ultimately, it's like, you know, whatever choices you make, the universe will be like, okay, you know, you have free will. We'll get behind you, right, will help guide you from that point on. So, you know, you could say no. You could, but in the same breath, I feel like I can't imagine losing you again. Um, so I feel like the divine masculine will do whatever it is the divine feminine needs, you know, to bring her to a sense of trust. Let's just put it that way. You know, or it could go the other way, but whichever way, um, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like it's kind of beautiful. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers we saw twice, the Ten of Cups. You know, it's all here. Um, your spiritual team, right? So is the pain. You know, it's here too because it's part of life. But so is the growth from that period. So you'll let me know. I love you guys. Thank you, as always, for supporting my channel in the many ways you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to stop talking. I really feel like you need to see this. Like, I don't know why. Like, I need to stop talking so I can upload it. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.